Afternoon. Yeah, work sucks. Trying to make a change. People are getting in my way. But, trying to make a positive change of any time, people getting in my way for no reason, for no gain. Something you never get used to. It's annoying. It's very, very annoying. But today I have 7 ways the narcissist makes you feel inferior. So watch out for these tactics, because if you are in a relationship with a narcissist, chances are you are experiencing all of these tactics. And or if you have a narcissistic boss, they're going to use this, especially if you're the narcissistic boss's number two, been in that position. They want to keep you down. That's how they keep themselves feeling superior, all right, and their supplier. So number one, artificial self-confidence, particularly true with covert narcs. They're going to exude this, I know best, I know all attitude. But deep down, they have doubt. They're always afraid. They're always worried. They're always looking over their shoulder. They always fear competition, because the narcissist cannot handle fair competition. Put it bluntly, the narcissist can't whoop you in a fair fight. They have to rig the game for their favor. They thrive on things like manipulation, lies, timing, bullshitting. They're very good at that. But in like a head-to-head match, fair, like in a fair head-to-head match, they got nothing. They can't win, and they know that, so they rig it in everything. So be aware of that. Number two, I have notes today. Instilling self-doubt and gaslighting. Now this can manifest in many forms. If it's a work environment, they're going to make you doubt your abilities. I've been in this position. This is where they're going to make you doubt your abilities to the point where you're likely going to exhibit signs of imposter syndrome. And I went through this back at Christmas time. Funny enough, one of the people I work with, she works with me part-time. Her full-time job's the therapist, and she pulled me aside because her and I are close. And she's like, everything you're going through, I think you're exhibiting the signs of imposter syndrome. And I'm like, I am. I really am. In relationships, this doubt would manifest in ways like, oh, well, you'd never make it without me. Everything you have is because of me. I'm the best thing that ever happened to you. If you were to leave, you'd fail. You couldn't survive without me, that kind of thing, because masters don't like their slave girls to run free. Number three, acting entitled. Now, the narcissist is going to keep you down by acting entitled in many ways. A lot of times, especially at work, they're going to talk down to you like you're 5 years old. They're going to act like they're better than everybody, like you're in the presence of some royalty, like divine right of kings bullshit, all right? They're going to act entitled. They're going to try to exude success beyond their actual success. They're going to they live like on credit, like minimum payments. Like they try to look more successful than they actually are, kind of thing, when in reality, like, they're struggling to make payments. But they exude this facade of success and wealth. That's who they are. And they also think that everybody around them exists to serve them, be it coworkers, be it their romantic partner. Everything's about them making connections, them climbing the ladder, their goals, their wants, their desires. They believe the world centers around them. That's textbook narcissist right there. And you'll definitely see that entitlement to keep you down, because they will make you feel guilty for you having any desires, any wants, any goals, any dreams, anything that doesn't line up with what they want. You are supposed to fall in line with their plan because they know best, and just blindly follow it because it's what's meant to be, because they just know. It's a triggering thing from my childhood. Here's my little sidebar today. When you argue with a narcissist and you have, factual advantage over them, they'll resort to, I just know. They just know. Like when they want you not to do something, when they want to keep you down, when they see you slipping away, gaining free will, gaining control, they'll be like, nah, it won't work. I just know. It's my mother's favorite line. I mean, she was a borderline, but they're all cluster B personality disorders. A lot of overlap between narcissism and borderlines. So, yeah, the entitlement. Number four, blaming and projecting. So when someone sees through them and their manipulation tactics or their lies or their bullshit doesn't work, and they don't con someone, like say they're trying to con someone to get something they want, it doesn't work, they're going to blame you, because they're entitled to everything they want, and if they don't get it, it means somebody else screwed up. It means somebody didn't go along with their almighty plan, and everything's your fault. And in relationships, this could be if the relationship isn't where you want it to be, if it's not progressing where you want it to go, if it's in trouble in any way, it's your fault. It's never the narcissist. It means you're not serving the narcissist good enough. You're not giving them what they need, when in reality, you're probably the one, if you're dating a narcissist, you're giving all of yourself to this relationship, and they're giving you just enough to keep you from going out the door. And anytime they give just a little bit more than the bare minimum, it's because they know you have one foot out the door, or you have somebody else that you have feelings for, and they see their trophy slipping away. Beware of that tactic as well. Number 5, attacking. Attacking can come in many forms. This is where the narcissistic rage comes out. This is where they deliberately try to sabotage you to keep you down. They can do this overtly, they can do this covertly. Covertly would be like, they never want you to get equal to them success-wise, or God forbid, succeed, or, transcend them. So you could be like applying for raises or something, and they'll behind the scenes mess shit up. This has happened to me. And they'll make it so you're stuck in the position you're at, and you want change. Like, you've gotten to the point with the narcissist where you're like, the status quo is broken, I have to make a change, but I have to make plans, I have to do this, this, and this before I get out of the situation. They see that shit coming, and they'll try to sabotage you as best they can to try to ruin your plans, or at least prolong them. In other words, what was going to take 2 months can take 6 months, kind of thing. Or they'll simply try to destroy you altogether to make you completely dependent on them, because that's their dream. If you're completely dependent on them, that makes it much, much easier for them to force you into submission and subservience to them if you are indeed dependent on them and cannot exist on your own, struggling or otherwise. But even if you're set, like resource-wise, they'll make you, or convince you anyway, that you're emotionally dependent on them, when in reality, you're not dependent on them. They're not what's keeping you afloat. They are the albatross around your neck, keeping you from your dreams. You must shed the albatross. Always shed the albatross. 6, they'll take credit for things other people do and you do. Narcissists are credit hogs, credit hoers. They always want adoration, and they don't care if they steal it from somebody else. Like, this happens to me quite a bit too. So like, you'll have an idea, especially if the narcissist is your superior, you'll have an idea, you'll suggest it, like, hey, that's stupid, and then like a week or 2 later, the narcissist will put that idea into play and then claim all the credit for it. Yeah. Because everything has to be on their terms. Because anything that's a good idea has to be theirs. Nobody else, because then if you're beneath them, like on the ladder. I wanted to put a word in front of that. Like career ladder, like if they're like a manager and you're the assistant manager. Yeah, we're going to my golf course days. They can't have you having an idea, because why didn't the big shot have it? That kind of thing. So they'll take credit for things other people do and call you, who had the idea, incompetent at the same time. And finally, they play the victim. When you've had enough of them, when you're ready to head for the door, then you'll get the, oh, I can't exist without you, you're my everything, and blah, blah, I just wanted to make your life better. When they're not. They only care about themselves, their own lives, their own dreams, their own goals, their own desires. You are nothing but a trophy, a pawn, and a slave to them. Narcissists only love themselves. They are only capable of loving themselves. They are not capable of change. They are not capable of unconditional love. Everything is a business arrangement to them. They are always, always wheeling and dealing and trying to twist every situation to their advantage, and they don't care about any collateral damage they do along the way. They view people as possessions. And they view everybody as beneath them, because they see themselves as the greatest thing that ever exists. And they know better than everybody, and that they are better than everybody, and they deserve everything that they want when they want it. Oh, it's so childish. But that's who they are. So hopefully this video has helped you. I'm sorry if you're going through these things, but be aware of them. get away. No contact is, of course, the only real end game in this situation. If this video has been helpful to you, inflation is being mean to me, and so is YouTube. So please consider donating to the channel via the links in the About section, and I will see you in the next video. Remember, embrace your desires, and to do so, you must embrace free will. Hail Lilith.